Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
I suppose if you're playing in an attacking position in this team, then having a craftsman like Rui Costa beside you is a dream.
He's in most people's lists of great number 10s.
I'm going to go along with that too.
And we have our very first corner. Yamal. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Can he get it through? And this is Forlan. Oh, it's a great... Can he finish? He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that's put paid to a promising move. Shevchenko gets into a good position. Deep cross. That's a decent clearance.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's lost his man here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Rijkaard. Now it's Shevchenko. Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Otto. Seedorf conjures time and space. Here's a chance! Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
That is ended up in no man's land. Mbappe. Bergkamp. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Bergkamp. Rijkaard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Oh, that's Shevchenko! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Shevchenko really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
It's their second corner of the game. Climbs up big!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Rui Costa. Great vision. Rui Costa. Otto picks it up out wide. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Mbappe. And he plays one through. Big chance, must be! Shot a goal! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves.
And the finish! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Milan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Substitution for Milan, number 21, Ibrahimovic, number 11, Shevchenko.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Number 14.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Rui Costa. That ball looks a good one. Now that's well seen too.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Seedorf. Passing is crisp and sharp. Kola! That was superb goalkeeping.
Kohler actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan have their third corner. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And no, that was never going to make it. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That has been slung wide. He's got away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Milan needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's picked his way through. In with the challenge. Rui Costa. Now it's Beckham. Seedorf. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Played back in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Milan really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Rijkaard. Good running, strong and purposeful. Played out wide. Aimed in towards the centre. Livakovic claims it without any fuss. And it's Hullet. And he's picked it up out wide. An instinct diving header! They want to be quick to recover this. Byrne gets rid without sophistication. Seedorf. Great ball, and it's Rui Costa! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So off we go then.
There's little doubt that Rui Costa will be conductor-in-chief in this lineup.
And you'd want to be conducted by him, wouldn't you?
Well, you would, because he's not the quickest and strongest, and yet his awareness and...
He's gone for goal! An early chance there, first of the game.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that should get the job done. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's skewed away. Cross flung in towards the middle. Nesta with the clearance. Now he's got space here. Van Basten. Oh, good read. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Mignon with the clearance. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Otto has it in a wide position. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Otto. He's going for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Otto probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Osimhen. And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Costa Curta with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Bernardo Silva, and he's in on goal.
Gabriel really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
The ball has bounced loose now. Incoming delivery. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Rijkaard. And this is Van Basten.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Searching pass he's played there. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Half-time getting close now. Rijkaard. Seedorf. And this is Van Basten. And this is Rui Costa. And that is a little undercooked. Pullet can be a real threat. And he's had a hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Milan with another corner. So their fourth corner of the game. There's the header! Decent enough try. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Milan ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
Substitution for Milan.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Coming on to replace him is
And the game has already resumed here.
Messi.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Distributed tidily. And he plays one through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Otto. Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi. And Messi! That is delicious! He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
The attendance for this match was
Bernardo Silva is the
80,952.
distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And the through ball. Oh, what sort of goal! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! A finish of true class! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Chance for a shot! Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Messi. Messi! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to...
And the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, it's played into the area. And that's another good win of the ball. Rijkaard. Messi. Gabriel. Now it's Osimhen. And he's surging through. Osimhen. He's free. Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Nesta. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. He's in space and looking for options. Climbs up big! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Knocks it into space. And here's Gabriel. Van Basten. Messi is what... And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Messi claiming the man of the match. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Christian Abbiati in goal today. Just another example of a great Italian stopper. My goodness me, they've produced a few.
They have, and...
Big header! Oh, he's hit the bar! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Stoichkov, and he shoots! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Stoichkov. Hullet. And it's Rijkaard. Hullet. Decent chance! And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that really is... Yamal!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Van Basten receives it in a wide position. And it's Otto. Otto tries across. Has a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He's got tall. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Milan have their second corner now. Oh, smashing head against the crossbar. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Tries to play it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. Climbs up big. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Lamine Yamal certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Stoichkov. Maldini gets over and intercepts. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. That is good alertness. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Can he get it through? And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Rijkaard. Milan finding their passes. That's a little off target. Dixon. And it's Stoichkov. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rijkaard. Xavi. Stoichkov.
There will be 3 minutes
Beckham.
added time.
And that's a good ball. It's Van Basten! Oh, that was a brilliant... And the referee brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Milan will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Substitution for Milan. Number 21, Ibrahimovic. Coming on to replace him is...
The second half then, just getting going.
Substitutions taking
Milan
place.
clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep...
Van Basten! Oh, split-second reaction.
Van Basten clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Milan have their third corner. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
And it's Batistuta. Maldini makes the interception. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it. Kohler really needed to concentrate on...
It's a mighty effort! Goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Substitution.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Odo, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And that has been cut short. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now, can they get him away? And he's picked it up out wide. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Odo. That's Rijkaard. Knocks it out wide. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Nesta. Odo. Rijkaard. Van Basten. Beckham.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
In for the pieces! Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. It's their second corner of the game. Yamal goes short.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Rijkaard. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's there to belt it away. Baresi. Son Heung-min. It's anyone's ball now.
Colorado Springs really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable in... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then. Centre of attention, of course, Zico. Now he can play.
Well, you know, he isn't just a playmaker, Peter. He puts the hard yards in, and he has the presence to be quite a strong leader too.
So it's no surprise that so many idolise him and emulate him.
Brazilian flair and elegance is tough to emulate, but very easy to admire.
Pull it. And that's really well manoeuvred. That is good alertness. Alarm. That's a chance! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Scholes. Back when it goes. He's going for goal! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Beckham is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Zico.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
It's a good run down the right, and that was nowhere near his best. Beckenbauer. Zico. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a sharp pass. Wriggles his way through, and he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot! It's in! Into the lead once more. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
After 39 minutes, it's
Liverpool take the lead,
24.
and it's Beckham. Half-time getting close now. He's having a go! Has a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rijkaard. Beckham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's half-time here. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substitution for Milan, number 18, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 10,
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Beckham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pass is just off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Bullet given the lift of his goal. Just about within shooting range. And we have our very first corner. Beckham goes short. And here's Beckham. Now here's the delivery. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's in. And this is Zico. Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Thuram getting this one clear. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. And it's Lam. Beckham looking to go deep. Ball's over the line and it is a corner.
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He's had it taken off him. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, what a save from Van der Sar! Pele. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Collier. And this is Pele! Can he get it through? Scholes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Scholes hurtling down that right flank. Cross to the back post. It's a mighty effort! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Indicated.
Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? And the ball's come loose here. Out towards the flank. Threads one in. It's a good-looking delivery.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And that will be it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
And now
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Barcelona.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Now here, Jim, is a truly unique player, Sergio Busquets, a player whose greatness really isn't measurable by numbers.
One of those players who keeps it simple and gets the ball to do all the work for him.
And exerts a massive influence on every match he plays.
Exactly that. I mean, he's the pivot, the one his team hinges around.
Lahm could try cutting inside. There's the header! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Hullet. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's been played through. Van Nistelrooy! It's hit the upright. Rice. Looking for a runner. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Looking to play him in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Yaya Toure. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Bergomi is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Rice. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Milan are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Messi is herring after that one. Scholes. And here's Hullet. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And it's Scholes. He's having a hit! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Scholes brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
That's an imaginative pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Milan head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And we are already promptly back underway.
Milan definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Busquets. Well-timed, excellent interception. Hullet. And it's Hullet. Here's Scholes. Yaya Toure. And he's going for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Pelé, can he get on the end of this? Ball driven through. He rises! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And it's Belletti. And that has put paid to that.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Ibrahimovic touches it back.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Aimed beyond the defence. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Pelé with the cross. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Substitution for Milan, number 15.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Ibrahimovic, number 10. Pelé, coming on the field, number 9.
And here's Mbappe. And there's the shot!
14.
Decent enough try.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Very much into the last knockings. Oh, that's a key interception.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Desperate defending required here. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago, he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 33 goals in all comps. And we aren't even talking about his assists. His record of direct goal involvement is quite phenomenal.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Pelé. Oh, what has happened here? Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's a good run down the right. And this is Milan! He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Forlan. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Milan still without a single shot on target. And it's Lam. Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pelé, out towards the flank. Lam picks it up out wide. He gets big! Goal! Milan! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Messi. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, important interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Played into the middle. He's got tall. Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Scholes. Messi. Back into the middle. And Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's gone for goal! He has hit that forcefully. And he's been shifted off it. Pelé can. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Milan really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And he's there to retrieve it. Nedved going about things with real menace. Belletti. Scholes gets across to intercept that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. Milan are still that goal to the good. Almost an hour gone. That pass has been well intercepted. Milan finding their passes. He's having a hit! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Bruno Fernandes. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And he's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now, can they get him away? Bruno Fernandes.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Real chance! And it's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
Substitution for Udinese. Number 41, Esteval.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Udinese grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Udinese really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Substitutions taking place.
Played back in.
Has been indicated.
Shoots! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control.
And that will be the final act. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Italy.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Threads one in. Roll! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Kukçu does really well to win the ball there. Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Milan still without a single shot on target. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Torres. And that's going up front in a hurry. Great defending, strong and determined. Pele conjures time and space where few can. And it's Neymar. There they go, hunting in packs. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Pele. Great vision. Pele. He has found the way. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Oh, this looks sharp. Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Lahm. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Has a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And here's Messi. Stood up well to him there. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Messi looking to play it into the box.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
No, not quite.
Messi has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Ibrahimovic really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very...
It's Pele! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Milan leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Milan, number 21, Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field.
Here we go again.
Number 18.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Neymar. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Raul. Milan are still that goal to the good. That is good alertness. "60 minutes played. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Cannavaro stands tall and stands strong.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Bale. Bale going face-to-face with his great rival. Kokchu. Carvajal. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Quality ball.
Italy really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them. And the finish! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan have their second corner now. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Corner number 3 coming up.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Pelé. Pelé. Lam has it in a wide position. He rises! He scores! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power. Threw a really strong neck behind it. And he gave the keeper little opportunity.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now. And surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Neymar. That's a lovely pass. Can he get on the end of this?
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rummenigge. He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And that's it. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Pele taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.